The plan, TTIP agreement, aims to stimulate trade between the US and the EU by harmonizing standards and regulations. This agreement could benefit US industry, but harm the European standard system. That is the outcome of a study by researchers Henk Vries and Stijn Veenstra of Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University.
At CSI Industries, we are selling machines all over the world. What we find is that we have a big difference between the US market and the European market. In Europe, we use these kinds of signage, but what the Americans want, they always want to have text on it. This is a packaging machine we are making for the world, and it's also sold in the US as well as in Europe. The cables here in the machines are different. In Europe we allow for 70 degrees, in the US you need 107 degrees. This is the same machine as we have seen before, and this is actually American cabling. The Americans have a lot of wooden houses and the fire protection is very highly demanded over there.
TTIP aims to make life easier for companies like this one by harmonizing the requirements at both sides of the Atlantic. We've investigated what are the differences, to which extent do these differences cause any problems for companies, and third, how can these problems be solved? In the European system, companies make use of voluntary standards to a large extent. Often they can declare themselves that they meet the requirements. So the system is more based on cooperation and trust compared to the American system, where there is more legislation, more compulsory requirements, more solutions-based requirements.
In the US system, often a very specific solution is described. In the European system, the manufacturer is free to use his own solution, as long as it fulfills the safety requirements from the directive. This gives more room for innovative production and innovative solutions, and it can be more economic to use a product chosen from a broader range. In practice, this means a very short time to market.
The EU adopted the principle of one standard, one test accepted everywhere in the EU. For the US industry, adopting this principle would also be beneficial. It would be much easier for American firms to get their products onto the market. For European businesses, losing this principle would harm the European industry.
Whatever happens to TTIP, standards and conformity are essential for global business anyhow. Our research shows that the European system is better than the American one. And I believe that it also can serve as a benchmark for designing systems elsewhere in the world.